if Spider-Man could get a video game or a story arc, which which would you have it be? Oh, on any story arc. Okay, a video game on any story. The only two Spider-Man story arcs um that Spider-Man that had video games for Spider-Man has been Maximum Carnage and Separation Anxiety, but that was more of a Venom story arc. That was where a group Kyle called the Jury kidnapped Venom. This is when Venom was in San Francisco, Eddie Brock Venom, and basically they were able to clone his symbiote, and they spawned other versions, other symbiote, even one of them being female, and she became really popular too, the female symbiote. Um, but if there was any other storyline I would take in terms of video game, um, I would probably say when he finally revealed himself and he became known to everybody and things like that. I would probably go that way, or maybe the Back to Black story arc in a sense. But that would be kind of a short game in a sense. Excuse me. Um, Got to put my grilled salmon on. It's a video game, guys. It's on my phone. It's a cooking game. Sorry. Let's see. Um. So let's see what else you got from Kyle. All right, you say okay. How would you feel if they got everybody back to make a spectacular Spider-Man movie where the show left off? Hope some of these questions weren't Ray Peter. Okay, okay, thanks. Yeah, no problem, Kyle. Um, if they got together to do a spectacular Spider-Man movie, got everybody back, that'd be great. I would take that. That'd be cool. That would be really cool. I would like that. That'd be so cool. I would really appreciate that. Spectacular Spider-Man movie or something like that. Okay. Well, thanks, Kyle. I appreciate it. Um, oh yeah, and tell me what's going on. What and how far are you now into Doctor Who and stuff like that? So okay. Um, my friend Juan, hey, congrats, Chris. Which villain or villains would you like to see on the big screen? All right. Okay. What are the villains that we have seen so far on the big screen? Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Sandman. Yeah, Venom, if you want to call it that. The Lizard, finally. And next time we'll get an Electro, supposedly the Rhino. Um, but other than that, number one, Kraven the Hunter. And I still say Gerard Butler can play Kraven. Just get him back into that 300 shape. There you go. That's one choice. I can even see Scott Adkins even playing Kraven because he can get that big and he's played Russian characters. I'm just saying. Love to see Mysterio up there. The Spider Slayers, Alistair Smythe and all of them. Uh, do I want to see Carnage? I know a lot of probably people say no Carnage. The thing about Carnage is, it's like, how much will they let Carnage be Carnage? In terms of how much would they let him be that character? In terms of the psycho killer. See, that's the thing. But I would love to see maybe Hammerhead. I would love to see how they would do Hammerhead up there. Like I said, the Chameleon, the Scorpion, for example, is definitely another one up there I want to see. Uh, but yes, uh, definitely want to Tombstone, yeah, but definitely Craven. He's my big pick. He's my number one to see up there. There's so many. That's why I say I love Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery. He has so many great villains, just like Batman. That's why they're two of the most famous Rogues Gallery. You know, you want to see a lot of them get. It's not that you. And the thing is, guys. Yes, we know they all can't be. They all can't be there, but they all can't do it, but it's still fun in a sense. Um, let's see. Gwen or Mary Jane? Oh, good question. Um, Mary Jane. Don't get me wrong, guys. I love Gwen. Gwen, that's Peter's. That's his first love, and I think we all can. Some of us, whoever's had experience have their first love. You know, can understand that. You always have a special place in your heart for your first love. But Mary Jane has just been through so much more with Peter in his life, and she's always been there for him. And you love that. You're just like, she's a tough woman. And I know there's some people that just got a thing for redheads, and she's probably one of the most famous redheads. But don't get me wrong, I like Gwen too, and it's very sad how she died, and that will always has always been one of the haunting nightmares for Peter. The fact that she had kids, with Osborn, and it's just like, that was one thing about Straczynski's run I did not like. I was like, why? No, I'm not really feeling that, Mr. Straczynski. She had kids with Norman Osborn, and her daughter and son came the Gray Goblins, and I'm like, oh, okay. To protect Peter, she had kids with Norman Osborn, whatever. What would you think if Spidey met Al Simmons' Spawn? Uh, that would be interesting. It would be like almost like when Peter met Ghost Rider, and like he's trying to get a chuckle out of him, but it's just like nothing's happening. Be interesting because, like I said, there's all these pictures of Spider-Man and Spawn together, and it's like, did this happen? Because I'm off from the top of my head, I don't remember Spider-Man and Spawn ever meeting. I don't. I really don't. Uh, Web shooters or organic webbing? Web shooters. I never liked the organic webbing. No. I don't get me wrong, guys. I know some people like it made more sense. Movie-wise, yes, in a sense. But I enjoyed his web shooter. That showed off Peter's intelligence. That's another thing why I like Peter so much, Spider-Man. He's intelligent. He's so intelligent. This man is very smart. And for him to come up with these web shooters that you would think, oh, if he makes a fist, he must, webbing is just going everywhere. No, it takes exact pressure from these two fingers for him to, for the webbing to come out. And I like that. With the organic webbing, it was like, okay, when they upgraded, Peter was getting more powers after he was reborn. I'm like, some of the new powers I enjoyed. Like, he was really more in tune with his adhesive powers, where he actually sticked a little kid on his back when he got this kid out of a burning building. and it was really cool. Like he can just concentrate now more on putting his sticky powers, and I thought that was really cool. He had night vision now, like he can see in the dark, like a real spider. That was really cool. I enjoyed stuff like that. He was 15 times faster, stronger. I thought it was fine. His spider sense was more in tune, like he could talk to spiders, and I was like, wow, he's now on Ant-Man's level now. I was like, that's pretty cool. And but I didn't like the organic, because the organic webbing only as good as healthy as Peter's body was. So if he was sick, it came out all soupy and stuff. I'm like, ew, that's nasty, and things like that. So I didn't like that. It just, it determines how healthy Peter was. Uh, Next up, which Batman villain would best uh, be a best approved villain for vice versa? Vice versa. Basically saying which villain, which Batman villain would work well for Spider-Man, and I guess you're saying I've always said this about all of Batman and Spider-Man's rogues. You can take both of their rogues, Gary, and flip it, and every character will work well for for uh, for Batman and Spider-Man. Imagine Craven being for Spider-Man, for Craven for Batman, Joker for Spider-Man, Riddler for Spider-Man, uh, Green Goblin for Batman, Kingpin for Batman. Reason why I say Kingpin, because yes, Kingpin first appeared in Spider-Man. Yes, he's a Daredevil villain too, but he's a Spider-Man villain first. Um, you know, uh, Clayface for Spider-Man. Oh my God, could you imagine Clayface and Spider-Man? The Lizard for Batman. Killer Croc for Spider-Man. There's so many. It's too many to even just go into, because they would work so well. Each of them would work. That's why their Rogues Gallery is so popular, because you can flip them with each other and it works. That's just my opinion, but it works. It works so well. All right. So, but thanks, Juan, for the question. Oh, yeah, that's it. Thanks for the questions, Juan. I move on to the next. Sin Quan, Ken. Uh, Other than the events of Web of Shadows, what other Marvel or other hero or villain wouldn't have mind using the symbiote? Mine is the Punisher. The Punisher with the symbiote. Oh my God. That's crazy. Um, I don't know. I don't know if because the symbiote has to choose. It's the symbiote who chooses. It's not the person. But somehow the symbiote was on Wolverine and things like that. But uh, I don't know. That's a tough one, Ken. I don't know about that. I'm sorry. I don't, because it's hard. It's really hard. Maybe Spider Woman. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. Maybe Jessica Drew. Um, okay. Would you like to see a spectacular Spider-Man, superior Spider-Man movie? No. No, I wouldn't. Don't bring that up. No way. Hell no. If you were Spider-Man, who would you date between Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy, Felicia Hardy, Michelle Gomez, Carol Danvers, Sarah Rushman, Mercy Kane, Lisa Sky, Betty Brant, or Deborah Whitman? Oh man, that's it. Oh man, it's a tie between Mary Jane and Carol Danvers. Yeah, like I said, I like everybody else. I love all the supporting women in Peter's life. They all had something, but Deborah she got married to, yeah, she had a child, and Betty, I could see myself with Betty.